Yo, what's going on, boys? I hope everybody can hear me, and I hope this thing is live. And of course, we got some people in the room here already, and I got Michael Fire, of course, and Chance, and I think there's one other person here, and I'm not quite sure who it is. We got an extra person in the room here, so make sure you say hello, and we can get this thing kicked off. So. I don't know. I got some really cool deals to show here, some that we talked about in videos and whatnot. And just want to basically chat with you guys and anyone who stops in can get an idea what the channel's going to be about, ask any questions that you have. Any deals that you might see that are out there, definitely let me know. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good so far. I just messed around a little bit with Prism. Super intuitive. I'm pretty impressed with how everything looks. And actually, the cool thing is what I did. Let me jump over to. I jumped over here, so you can see that I got some music going on. Is the music too loud while I'm talking? I don't know. I figured it'd be kind of cool when I'm looking for the deals and searching for stuff that people can see. Just some Christmas stuff going on in the background. I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Let me know if it's too loud. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool. When I was messing around, I saw the media capture, and I'm like, oh, I have all those songs I use for my videos, which are basically copyright free. So, all right, cool. So, and I gotta say, we are probably, I don't know, 10 seconds lag from the from when I'm talking to when I see it pop up on YouTube. So, what are you gonna do? But I saw this freaking charger on here, and I was like, dang! I said this thing's got some freaking power to it. 40,000 milliamp battery, and that's a 30 watt. So you could pretty much charge your phone. I mean, if any phone from dead to mid, I would probably say to about latency, right? Till about 50% in maybe 20 minutes. And not to mention the fact that this thing is freaking only $64. And it's Anchor, so I certainly couldn't think of a better way to power up your stuff and not necessarily have to worry about plugging into a wall and whatnot. So I don't know, but I'm just super pumped that I'm able to sit here and live stream. And we're the only three in here, so it's all good. That's kind of what I figured would happen. But hopefully we can get some other people stopping in and whatnot. And how about those thumbs ups? I only see one thumbs up, and there's two people in here. So what's wrong with you guys? So I'm gonna give myself a thumbs up to make it two. So there we go. Oh man, I don't know. So wait, it is? It's your birthday? Dang, dude! Black Friday birthday. Happy birthday. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Nothing wrong with that. Shut up, Siri. Siri talking when she's not supposed to. What are you going to do? But shut up, Siri. Are you Siri, stop. Good God. I didn't even say anything. Shut up. Oh my God, that's absolutely hilarious. He's an old man, right? Right? So, oh, you know what else I need to do? I need to take these Black Friday deals and I need to get that link going on there so I can share it with you guys in the description if people are interested going back and watching this later. So let me jump over here and add this particular one to the description. I was cheating a little bit here and I didn't have that part set up where I could easily go in and add the stuff that we're talking about. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Anchor battery. Big Mammer Jammer at 40,000 milliamps. Let's see here. There we go. Very, very cool. We'll save that. That'll be updated. There's somebody in here. Say hello. Welcome to the show. And hopefully you are gonna chat. Let us know what's going on. Let us know how the stream sounds. I've got two of my good friends in here with me, and they're helping me keep everything copacetic, even though there's no one to keep it copacetic for. That's awesome. But man, I have not live streamed, I would dare say, in I don't know, many years. I used to do a podcast with a buddy of mine, and yes, oh, live updating links. Pretty good, eh? At least I know something that I'm doing. But it's all good. My Thanksgiving was really good. We went over to the in-laws, and hello, Mike host. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. And we got 6 thumbs up. So everybody that has stopped in has given a thumbs up. That's absolutely awesome. That's absolutely awesome. I will say one thing. The 3 mics. The in-laws house is pretty small. They've got dining room, living room, and a kitchen on the first floor. And I like watching football. So, but the dining room wasn't big enough for everyone that was there, so they had the table in the living room, and that's where the TV is. Now, the old man's got the TV on, a stand, and it's a 55-inch TV. It's not small, but they had the table in the middle, and the couches are on the other side. So I'm sitting there watching the game over chairs, and like the score's blocked, and then people are walking in and out past the screen. So I'm just like, we should have had it at my house. People wouldn't be walking in front of the TV. So I was like, grr. But what are you gonna do? So I had some beer, and I was happy, and the food was good. The food was real good. So I'm very happy with that. But let's get back to some of these deals here. And I see, so we got some people in the room here. They're probably just waiting for me to talk about some deals. So let me switch on back over to that. And if you have any questions or anything that you want to see, let me know. No, I did not have to sit at the kids' table. I was at the adult table. But this next item that I want to show you guys is actually something that I talked about in a video. And I cannot believe the actual response to this item alone. This is the one I'm using in my car right now. And first off, it's on sale for $50, and typical price was not $80. I think it was more like, I don't know, 60, maybe $65. But they got it like another 10% off. So it's $50 right now. I have sold so many of these through Amazon that I can't believe the amount of people that actually went out and bought this. And I'm talking hundreds so far. So it is absolutely flawless when it comes to functionality in my truck. No problems whatsoever. And I'll drop the link in the chat here. It's also in the description if you want to pick it up. But it's absolutely awesome. But I didn't want to watch the game on my phone. There's a TV right in front of me, so I wanted to see what was going on. So, and yeah, it's working great. This thing is absolutely insane. I recommend it to anybody. And the amount of people that have bought this thing, I haven't seen one returned yet. So I dare say that this is probably one of the best CarPlay. It may be the one. Like, I may not need to go looking anywhere else unless there's something that does something so awesome that people are going to be like, I got to buy that. Because for wireless and, being able to, most of the cars today, they have wireless charging, but they don't have wireless CarPlay. So when you're able to plug your phone in and charge it, so, you got CarPlay, so what's the point? But if you've got a wireless charger, you're like, oh, cool, I want to use a wireless charger. But you don't have wireless CarPlay, so you're plugging in anyway. So what's the point? So you may as well just plug in and not bother using your wireless charger. So you got the wireless charger, you don't have wireless CarPlay. This has been absolutely impressive. Sound quality is great. I don't see any degradation in sound quality. Compared to the other ones, this doesn't drop out at all. I think this one is absolutely awesome for the price at 49 bucks. So, I mean, it's just absolutely killer. So, you definitely cannot go wrong there. But you know, it's just so cool. There's not much more that I can say really about what's doing with this one. But so you know what I want to do? I would think I want to add. Oh, you know what? Here we go. This is what I need to do. Let me change this real quick here. I need to. I didn't have Studio set up on Prism here. So when it comes to what's live, it was just switching right to it. But now what I can do is, I want to add some music to the chat here when I'm not on the Amazon screen. So I'm going to go over to Media Source, and I'm going to go ahead and add some music. And there is another cool tune. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and put that in there and drop it in. And we'll go back to the other screen here. And we got some other tunes playing. That was way too loud. I think that's way too loud. So we'll drop the audio down there. What you guys think? And hopefully it's gonna start loud. Let me jump over here. I mean, can you hear it? I guess I fixed it. Oh no, we fixed it before it came on. That's cool. Is that too loud? Let me know. And then that way I can change it up a little bit or lower it if it's too loud. Now, believe it or not, this is listed as a Santa tune. So I don't. Oh, there's some of the bells going on there right now. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. But you definitely can't go wrong with some music tunes while you're shopping. So, and it looks like all the people that we had stop by are gone. So, bummer. Bye to whoever was here. I appreciate the thumbs up. That's cool. That means we had 9 people in here. Well, I hit a thumbs up, so 8 people in here. Hey, I can't complain. That's freaking awesome. 8 people hanging out in the stream. So there's definitely nothing wrong with that. So I don't know. I only had a couple super cheap deals going on here as far as the Amazon stuff went. You know, the next thing I have is probably a little bit more expensive than most people might be willing to spend, but in reality, I think it's something that people might be looking for. So I wanted to talk about it for a minute and just kind of bring it up. And $800 for a 256 gig 14 Pro. Now, the reason I'm not showing the 15 Pro is because A, it's $1,000, and B, I'm not super impressed with the battery. The battery is just not good on the 15 Pro from what I've seen. And they went ahead and updated all the software and all that good stuff, and I saw some other YouTubers testing it out, and it's still finished behind the 15. So I can't recommend the 15 Pro. And not only that, they got the 14 Pro, double the storage than what you would normally have on a $1,000 15 Pro. And you can get the 14 Pro 256 gig for $800. Now, I don't think that's a bad deal. I don't know if people are looking to spend that much money on Christmas. I could totally understand. If that's not something people would be looking for. You know, I think it's just a better deal than the iPhone 15 Pro because of what you're getting. Some people may say, "Oh, well, it's a year old." Well, I don't agree with that. I think this phone is still one of the better phones out there. and I don't think you can go wrong. Now, you can even go older, and we could go for like see what they're doing with like an iPhone 13 Pro, which I'm using the iPhone 13 Pro right now. And I gotta say, they got renewed here, a renewed premium, whatever that's supposed to mean, for $100 less than the 14 Pro, and that's still a pretty damn good upgrade. Now, for some reason, they have the graphite, which personally I would want to go for the blue. They got this blue one here for $871, and that's a hell of a deal. Now, the biggest thing with these is you don't realize, okay, I don't know how much this is going to be true, but if you pay attention to the returns on phones on Amazon, you might find something that is going to surprise you. For example, eligibility for return, refund, or replacement within 365 days of receipt. So you can wait a year and return this phone until the next phone comes out. I mean, come on. Now, a lot of these companies are a little bit shady, but this is being sold by Amazon. So you're dealing with Amazon here. I have never had an issue returning anything from Amazon back to Amazon. I do have a company that I returned one of the phones that I got to test out. They haven't given me a credit yet. When I first went to return it, they did give me some issues with returning it altogether, but I went back in and picked something else, and it let me return it. But I'm still waiting for the refund for that. So I think they just don't want to give it back. But I'll get it back eventually. But when it comes to Amazon, you can't go wrong. You can wait 2 months to see if this phone is for you, and they got other colors here. And, oh, here you go. The Alpine Green, which I think is awesome looking. $749. So you can see the price has been dropping. I have this Honey, which will give me the deals and stuff that are going on and how long they've been dropping. But you can see that the price has gone down about 30%. And, of course, they have their little deal going on today. And, no, you're not saving $200 because no iPhone 13 Pro. Oh, this is the Pro Max. This is the Pro Max, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't even realize that. This is the Pro Max 13. Holy cow, I was totally wrong. That's a killer deal. That's a killer deal for $800 on that. And you can even go a little bit less. $749 for the green 13 Pro Max. No, that's a deal and a half, in my opinion. I think that's awesome. As for someone who works for a company that sells through Amazon, they make it really tough on sellers. Yeah, they do. They do. And that's a tough thing to do sometimes. I have that with eBay as well. I have to be careful when I'm selling stuff on eBay to make sure to say, look, it's sold as is. I'm not giving you a refund on something used. I'm already selling it for for less than what I bought it for. And I know that it's taken care of, so I'm not necessarily gonna shutter that away because because you did something to it after it got there, because I know that it works, but I get it. Amazon has always been tough. I've sold some stuff on Amazon in the past, years ago, so I don't think it was any issue for myself, as far as selling what I was selling. But heads up, it's something you got to be careful of when you're selling. And like you said, Chance, they can certainly side with the buyer when it comes to a lot of stuff like that. So. I don't think you can fault them for it, but at the same time, I think you can understand when someone's buying something to hose someone over that's selling. But that's why I don't sell on Amazon when it comes to anything used, because of that return policy that they offer. I mean, for people like me who go and buy stuff on here to review it, and then I'm going to go ahead and send it back. You know, so I'm not a huge fan of that either. But I totally get it on both ends. You know, I understand it on both sides. You know, but Amazon isn't necessarily like eBay at all when it comes to that. You know, when you sell something on eBay, it's pretty much you go on eBay to buy it for hopefully less than what you can buy it for, you know, at a retail store, or you can't find it anywhere, and you know, then you end up paying a little bit of a premium on what it is that you want. So I can understand different reasons that you're gonna buy on eBay compared to Amazon and whatnot. So I don't know. You know, it is what it is when it comes to that sort of stuff. But you just have to be careful when you're buying on Amazon or on eBay, a little bit more so than when you buy on Amazon. But speaking of Amazon, I have this next one, and I was gonna do a video where I talked about more expensive Apple related products, and you know, I just felt like that was a lot of what do you want to say? What am I trying to say here? A lot of I don't even know. I'm just gonna move on. These are the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros. These are killer. These things, and I probably, when I bought these, see here, I bought them in 2021. I think I paid like $130 for these, and they were not $169 before the deal. That's something else I want to talk about in a second. These are $79.99. I think they were before Black Friday. They were like $90 or $100, maybe even a little bit more. When I was doing my research for the video, which I never finished, these were $109, I think it was. I've seen them for as cheap as $90. So $20 off even so, or $10 off even so, is really good for these. And again, these have been out for a couple years. I'm pretty positive I can say that Soundcore is going to be updating these. But in my opinion, these are better than Apple's AirPods Pro 2. And as you can see here, a hell of a lot less. And you got some pretty cool options for colors. And I will go ahead and drop a link for this one in the chat if people are interested in checking it out and see what's doing. But this product, I can't say enough good things about their products. They do such a good job with their headphones on the inexpensive side, expensive side. It's a really good deal, and I'm impressed with it. I'm seriously impressed with it. They do such a good job with their products. So $80 for that, I don't think you can go wrong. So I see there's some more people in the chat. If you have any questions, you know, go ahead and leave them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer them as we're sitting here talking, going over deals. And I'm not sure. I have my mid-roll ads on. I do. Mine just came up too because I don't have premium on mine as I'm looking at the main chat on YouTube, so I can kind of keep up with when people are typing. So, but yeah. So I don't know how often I'll be doing these live streams. Whether we do it in, you know, twice a month or once a month. It just depends on what people you know, have to say or have to ask. But if you have any Apple related questions, you know, absolutely go ahead and ask them in the chat, and we'll definitely get to them. But say hello. There's 6 people sitting in here, so I'm curious. We got lots of lurkers that have stopped in, and nobody has said anything. Nobody's said anything. I'm 36 years old. Okay, Chance. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate you pointing that out because that's important. But yeah. So these Anker or Soundcore by Anker are some killer earbuds. So I don't think you can go wrong. If you're just jumping in right now, I do have some other deals that I put in the description if you want to go check them out. I don't know how long these are going to be on sale for. They've been up for a few days now, and I'm sure Amazon will just ride this through till Monday with their Cyber Monday crap that they have going on. So, I don't think you're gonna, I don't think you're gonna miss out if you don't jump on today and buy them right now. Um, but what I mentioned earlier about these earbuds, not being list. I mean, they go list price when they do these things to make it seem like it's better than you think it's not as good as you think it is. But these things are usually discounted, right? I mean, come on. They're trying to move inventory. They got something new coming in, and they might be putting them down. But like I just said, if you just jumped in, these were, I believe, around 109 when I last looked. And, so, and they went down as low as 100 or 90 bucks or something like that. So it's still a good deal. It's still a good deal. But as far as the battery goes, Chance, these earbuds, they actually have kind of like the same deal. It's so weird they don't show the case in here. That's so funny. The case that they're in charges them too, kind of like the Apple deal. And as far as worrying about charging them, it lasts a long time. And it's so tough for me to sit there and say how long they last because I actually sorry, I was looking at something else. I take them out and put them in. So, I don't know per se how many hours, but I feel like when I use them, I'll use them for like a half an hour and I'm eating or if I'm going on a plane or whatnot, the whole plane ride. I certainly don't worry about anything as far as them not being able to make it. So, it's a while. It's a while. I mean, weeks if you're not using them daily. But hey, Henry, how you doing? Recently bought a discounted. Is that recounted? A decently recounted? Is that like a refurb? 12.9. Thoughts on returning it and waiting for the OLED ones? Well, you know what? When it comes to iPads, I don't know what Apple's going to be doing with those iPads, and when they come out with new ones, the only reason I would say to wait for the new ones, and it may not have anything to do with you, is having the ability to edit off of an external drive if you use it to edit on the machine. And when I picked up the iPad 11 Pro on I guess when the Final Cut came out, I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. I can use Final Cut on this, and I can edit off an external drive. Well, that's not the case. You can't edit off an external drive. So I have a funny feeling that that's what Apple's going to do with their next iteration. They're gonna, I don't know. Like right now, these iPads are, hey Phoebe, these iPads are Thunderbolt 3. And I think they're going to update these new ones to Thunderbolt 4 as far as, accessibility. And that's going to be the big push, as far as these iPads. I mean, screen-wise, I don't think that's necessarily a reason why. I don't think that would be a reason to upgrade, personally. These iPads are so good that, it's just, it's incremental. Now, what do you use the iPad for? That's the most important thing here. Like if you're on there doing work and you're constantly pushing it to its limits and you feel like you're having issues using it, there's always a reason for that. But these things are so powerful. And you know what? The iPads are something that I feel like don't get updated all the time, or it's just like a hit and miss when they decide to update it, because we didn't get an update on the iPad Air this year, I don't think. Or was it the iPad Mini? It was the iPad Mini. They didn't update. And So I don't know whether they're getting rid of that, it wasn't selling, or they're gonna wait. But when it comes to any difference between the new iPad Pro 12.9s that have been out for a little bit and um you know, as far as I don't know, I don't feel like the power's going to be much of a difference. Unless you're someone that looks at it all day, I still don't see that would be a reason to upgrade. Um, so it's up to you. It's totally up to you. And I think when I put this media source in here, I did not have it. Um, I did not have it on loop. So there we go. Now we can have some music going while I'm talking. But yeah, Phoebe, I just started talking about the iPad. So why don't we take a look at some iPads? Let's see what we can get here and see if there are any deals out there. Phoebe, what are you going to be using the iPad for? That's the $1,000,000 question to start this conversation off with. Are you just going to be using it to watch videos, or you're on your iPads all day? Are you editing on them? Are you let's put it this way. Are you consuming on the iPad, or are you actually doing content creation, or doing productivity on the iPads? Because that's the $1,000,000 question when it comes to getting a new iPad or updating from a different iPad. My mother-in-law has a super old iPad, and she just uses it for controlling stuff around the house remotely, and looking up stuff on the internet, reading. And I told her, I said, the only reason for you to upgrade would be to get a better screen. And because she has such an old iPad, I said, you'll notice the difference, especially since we're all blind. And, that could be something that's super important. But that's my first question whenever someone says, they're looking to update on their iPads, is what you're using it for. I dare say that if you were going to get something, just for consumption wise, and you're not really feeling like, oh, this thing is slower, or I want a better screen or a better experience, or I want to add data to the iPad where you can use it anywhere. I mean, there's certainly reasons to do that. And, you could certainly save a lot of money depending on what it is that you want to do. It really is up to you. Yeah, iPads are strange. There's a there's a lot of them lying around. I'm what you call a super creator for the game I play. Super is recognized by the gaming creator. By the gaming creator is recognized by you. Well, in that case, when it comes to being on it all day and playing on it, I guess my next question would be, what are you currently using? And I guess the next question after that would be, what's your budget? Are you using something that's a smaller screen, or are you already using a 12.9 inch and it's a couple years old and you want to get the latest and greatest? That really is three of the questions that I think are super important. It is when you're gonna upgrade. And Henry, funny thing about, you feel like there's a ton of companies buying them because there's older ones around. My daughter's school uses iPads, and they get, I think they have the iPad 9th gen, which is the last one with a button. And that's what she got this year. And that's what she's going to have, I guess, if they upgrade them next year, but chances are they won't, considering that's just one generation off of the newest. I have a funny feeling that this iPad 9 is it for a couple years for the school. I don't think they'll update to the 10 anytime soon. I just think it's not cost effective. They don't do enough on them, in my opinion, that they need any more than what they have. So the game I play is only on iOS devices, so I live stream from the iPads. All right. How old's your iPad now that you're using? Which one is it? If it's a couple years old, and you're talking, if you're playing from a regular iPad, like the standard generation ones, and like you're on a 7 or an 8, I would say that it's possibly time to upgrade. If you're someone that's using it all the time, if you're using an iPad Air, and you're anything older than a fourth gen, I would definitely look to upgrade. But of course, if you're on your iPad all day, Phoebe, and we're talking pro level here, I would say probably when it comes to all 4 years or older. Oh, holy cow. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely time to upgrade. Which one do you have? Which one is it, or you're not sure? Because some of them didn't update every year. So when you say it's 4 years or older, that could potentially be, a generation that was gone for a couple years. So, if they went a couple years for the 8th or ninth generation, which I don't think they have, but depending on the iPad, it could actually be an older iPad. So, but if you're looking to upgrade, you know what? I'm jumping through here right now, and actually, let me bring this up for you guys, and we can just kind of go over and meander this together. Did I keep my AirPods Max? You know what? I never got the AirPods Max. I never tried them. I think they're too expensive. I'm not on my headphones that much that I would want to get the AirPods Max. It's definitely not for me. Holy cow, Phoebe, you're on the 6th generation iPad? Yeah. In that case, if you feel like the experience on the iPad, regular iPad that you're using, I would dare say that if you were to upgrade to the iPad 10th gen, which just popped up on the screen, the 5th generation one iPad, I have 2 Airs. 5th generation on the iPad, and I have 2 Airs. So you have the 5th generation iPad Air? So, no, you can't have the 5th generation iPad Air, because that's the newest for the iPad Airs. Because they have the 4th gen and they have the 5th gen. The 5th gen's the newest. I'm trying to discern which one you're talking about there. So, but yeah, I kept the original Apple Watch Ultra. I sent back the 2 because there really is zero difference between them. I was not impressed with the I have 4 iPads in all. Okay, and they're all older. And they're all older, basically. So they probably all do they all have the buttons on them? I think that's the key here. Do they all have the buttons on them? So cuz if they all have buttons on them, then it's definitely time to upgrade. I think. Especially if you're talking 5th generation on the iPad and you have 2 iPad Airs that are that old. Yeah, I definitely think it's time to upgrade. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you're on it all day, yeah. And when it comes to your budget, I don't know if home button. Okay. I think the iPad Air is a hell of a deal. Now they have it here for $499. I don't know. I'm going to go off the rails here a little bit. Let's take a look at apple.com and see what the iPad Air 5th gen really is going for. Do they have it for... I don't even really care about the color. Now, my one problem with iPads is the fact that they're 64 gig for that. That's the one bummer with that. 64 gigs, in my opinion, just isn't enough. Too many versions of the iPad. See, when you jump to the 256, you're automatically going to something that's a little bit more expensive. that I think might be a little bit more comfortable, for people to be picking up. But if we were to go back to this one, this is the 5th gen iPad for the 64 gig, for $499. So $100 off what Apple's selling it for. Listen, that's a pretty good deal. They've got the $100 off the last generation. I think that's actually pretty good. I think that's really good. I don't know what your budget is. If that's above your budget, for an iPad, rebuilt iPad Airs can be found on Best Buy. Oh, you know what? That's the other $1 million question, Phoebe. Let's go to iPads. Actually, let's just go to the store. Let's go down to refurbs, because when it comes to refurbs from Apple, sometimes you can find a really good deal. And if we go to the iPads, let's see what they have here. They have the iPad Air. Which one are we talking here? 4th generation, 4th generation, 4th generation, 4th. You know what? Here, let's do this. They're not letting me. They just have them all lumped together. That's all they have here is 4th gens. So they got Wi-Fi and cellular. I don't know if you're looking for cellular as well, but they're the same deal. Actually, yeah, the 4th generation. Yeah, they're not much of a better deal than, if you were gonna find something on Amazon. As a matter of fact, if I were to look for the 4th generation Apple iPad Air 4th gen, I think let's see, iPad Air Ultimo Modulo 4 Generation. Let's see here. I don't know if I necessarily want to go into that. That may not be sold by Apple. This is the Apple or Amazon Renewed store for $394, excellent condition. I don't know how people feel about buying used, essentially. But $256. I'm using a 4th gen right now, but I don't use it for anything other than typing up scripts, using it on my teleprompter, and I'm fine with it. I'm more than fine with it. I can't edit on it. I can't use Final Cut Pro on it. So that's the one downside of using what I have, but I didn't worry about that too much. So if it's something that you're going to be editing on, then in most cases, I think it's important that, especially if you're going to be using Final Cut, you need to get the 5th generation or newer. Well, they don't have anything newer on the iPad Airs, but you're going to have to get that, that 5th gen. As far as, if that's not in your budget, I would dare say that the iPad 10th gen is a hell of an item to pick up, and definitely I would strongly recommend going with more memory. And of course they don't have they don't have it in the pink. For $499, the 256 gig 10th gen iPad, just with Wi-Fi, I think that's a decent deal. I bought the 6th gen just to take to Helsinki, and while there, we had Wi-Fi everywhere that we could go. All those different Wi-Fi confuse the iPad. That Apple replaced it for free. Oh wow, that's interesting. So would you want cellular? That's the $1 million question. It doesn't sound like you do. Or, yeah, it doesn't sound like you do. My daughter had one that was cellular that we had, and when I updated her to the 10, I did not get cellular because she has her own phone now, which she didn't then, but I would just let her use my hotspot, and that's essentially the same thing. Or she can hook up to my truck's hotspot. So, when it comes to saving money and getting something new that's going to be able to be a good contender for you to use. I think the iPad 10th gen is definitely killer. And this one, the 256 gig being $100 off what Apple's selling it for. Let's take a look. Looks like they have all their 8th. Let's get rid of the iPad Airs there. Yeah, they don't have any of the 10th generations on the Apple website. But, you know, comparatively, the iPad 10 on Apple's website is, for 256 gig, is $599. So, you know, it's $100 less on Amazon. And, you know, the funny thing is, you could get AppleCare with it if you wanted to, for $53, $54 if you wanted AppleCare through Amazon as well. I feel like that's probably a hell of a deal on that. But, you know, I dare say that if you're that serious about using your iPad and you really want to push the boundaries as to what it is that you're doing, you know, they're going to be updating the iPad Pros probably in the next few months. So I don't know if you'd want to wait, and then you could get a 6th gen 12.9, and I think they're also, yeah, they're on the 4th gen of the iPad Pro, 11-inch. So you might be able to wait and get a even better deal on one of these after the fact. But yeah, the Airs will not update beyond version 12.5.7. Yeah, I think it's, if you're on these all day and you're using them, I would strongly recommend you know, updating. For the other ones, as far as, you know, not updating the software to the newest iOS, if you're just using it for, you know, watching movies and things like that, honestly, I would just use it until you're like, I can't use this thing anymore, or I don't have enough storage on this thing anymore. Then I would go out and look for, you know, like a 9th gen iPad, you know, and yeah, you know what? That's how do you remove that? You know, it's so funny. I never asked anybody that. Even Michael, like, how do you remove that heart? It does interfere with the last words. Yeah, the words that show up there. So, you know, I never asked anybody how to remove that stupid thing. And you know, I don't know if, it's so funny. How did you know that I was having a problem reading that? That's so funny. But anywho, it does heat up the phone, reducing battery life. Oh yeah, the hotspot. Yeah. But, you know, that's why it's super important to carry around. Oh no, what did I do? I don't have it up there anymore. Oh no, I closed the link. It would have been a perfect segue. Here. Perfect segue, Fire. Hold on. There we go. Let's jump on over. This is what you need if you're using a hotspot and you need to save battery because it's heating up and you're losing battery life. How do I... Okay, so Fire, where is that at on the studio? If I wanna remove that, here we go, doing technical stuff during the live stream. There's certainly nothing wrong with that because that's the fun of live streaming. So I absolutely love it. Why have you shown not how to remove that in tutorials? Because it'd be like a 2-second video. Go into the edit mode of your stream there. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go back and let's go into that. And while I'm doing that, keep in mind I have that Anker portable battery up there, which I would recommend to anybody. That is just an absolutely killer product. And as I sit here and struggle through trying to find what Phoebe's talking about in the chat. We'll do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Okay. Go into the edit mode of your live stream there. Now you're actually talking about the actual control room. Is that where you're talking? Go into the control room? Because I am not sure where to go from there at that point and what to click on. Well, you know what? I didn't turn on monetization for this. Yeah, yes I did. Yes, I did. I did have monetization on. That battery is a thick brick. It is, but you know what? For 40,000 milliamps, I don't think you can go wrong on that. I think that's a hell of a battery. But you know, if you wanted something thinner, you know, Anker has a ton of options. And the funny thing is, it's just like, I mean, depending on what it is that you want to do, Burgundy, there are so many options. You know, they have the magnetic if you're using an iPhone that's that has that, and you can do the 10,000 milliamp, which is a thick boy too, but it sits right on the back of the phone and you don't have to worry about it. And it's got the little stand, so if you're charging, you can kind of watch what you're doing and chill out while you're doing it. And if you want something that's even a little bit thinner at 5,000 milliamp, they have the no chance. I'm not saying that. This one's a little bit thinner and could probably charge your phone like once while you're using it. But they have lots of options, and even ones that aren't necessarily even wireless. You can go in and you can do like huge power, superb functionality. Hey Timmy, what's up, buddy? Timmy's where I'm gonna be possibly heading after I get done the live stream. Come down and help move the fridge into the house, which should be great because I woke up this morning like I felt like I did like a million push-ups. My arms back here are absolutely killing me. So back to something a little bit less thick for charging. But chargers, let's see here. Oh no, we don't want those kind of chargers. We want power banks. Something a little smaller that goes on the bottom of the phone. I think these are pretty cool. Go into your live stream, the edit mode, customization, and the topic is reactions. Yeah, Phoebe, you're above my pay grade there. Hold on here. Let's pause this for a moment. The edit mode. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go back. Let's go do this as I bring this live stream to a screeching halt as I need to figure out what's going on. Now, Phoebe, that's in the control room, right? Because she can't believe that you are live streaming. Oh, Harda. Hi, Harda. Customization. See the edit mode. I don't know what you mean by edit mode. I haven't been live streaming long enough to know what edit mode is. Where's the edit mode? I am not sure. Oh, look, I can actually click to insert an ad for those that are currently watching. What do you mean, why do I call it control room? Because that's what it's called. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's time to bring everybody in behind the scenes and go into here. And that way Phoebe can tell me how stupid I am when I go into here and I go into my live stream. The edit is at the top of the right of the preview window. Edit is at the top of the right of the preview window. All right, hold on here. See, because that's control room. That's what I'm talking about, Phoebe. Educate him. Hey. This is what I'm looking at right here. So, and I have to wait for the chat to catch up. for me to be able to go anywhere else because I'm not clicking on anything. But there's the details. I found a new way. Analytics, monetization. I'm guessing is view in live control room is what you want me to click on. Yeah, it's in the control room. Okay. And oh, is it right there? Ow. 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 All right, there we go. Live reactions. Yes. Wait, is that it right there? Can I get rid of that stupid thing? There it is. Yahtzee! It's gone. Look, it's gone. As I show the thing down here. Here, we'll go down here. Look, it's gone. Still all in with the Anker power banks after you recommended me one years ago. Heck yeah, Lars. Lars is a long-time viewer of the channel. I wanna thank you for coming in and saying hello and chilling. So now we've gotten rid of that. I can go back to the page. Yeah, the heart is gone. Forget the stupid reactions. Nobody cares. But you know, when it comes to like those minimal chargers and whatnot, you know, this is a pretty good one that can give you a decent charge on your phone quickly. And it's only $22, you know, and you can put it in your pocket. You know, it's not one of those things that someone's going to question what's in your pocket because it's certainly small enough to not cause any issues. But like I was saying earlier, before we got into moving the hearts thing, the Anker power banks, man, I can't say enough good things about everything that they offer and everything that they have. And you know what's so funny? When I go in here to these power banks, you know, they have so many different kinds that, Lars feels sorry. She had it. They have so many power banks that are really good ones. Now, yes, these are larger ones right here, the 10,000 milliamp ones, but you've got more than one port in those to be able to charge more than one device. And honestly, sticking that in your back pocket with a cable up to your phone, I used to do that a lot. I don't think you can go wrong with any of those types of chargers. This is what they all used to be. These were the chargers. This is how big these chargers were back in the day when you really only had one port. So, you know, it's certainly something that that is older, but you know, it's great to have sitting it down on the table while you're charging. But I think with the comeuppance on the wired charging has its comeuppance with the MagSafe, so it's been replaced. So I think that's what a lot of people are moving towards. Wireless charging isn't as fast either sometimes. So, you know, you have the convenience, but you got to take away a little bit of the speed when it comes to charging wirelessly. But if you got it sitting on there and you're not paying attention, that's less you got to worry about. If you're looking for a quick charge, you can plug into these too, and you can get it faster than a wireless charge might be, especially if you're using USB-C down there in the corner that you can't see because I had it too low. But you can definitely see USB-C for that. So very important when it comes to charging. Sometimes wireless isn't always the best when it comes to charging, depending on how fast you need it to charge. But, you know, it is what it is. So, I don't know. Is there anything else that you guys want to go over? Phoebe, did I help you with the iPad that you think you might be looking to upgrade to? Because, you know, I think, you know, when it comes to value, I think the best value is that 10th generation iPad. You got the M1 chip in it, which is freaking epic. I don't think you can go wrong with the M1 chip. And really bring it home with a quality IPad when you're looking to do stuff. I don't know. A lot of it's preference, depending on what it is that you're looking for. You know what? I'm okay with wireless charging like overnight and like when I'm sitting at my desk working, I don't have to necessarily worry about it. I can have it sitting up, which is what I have my phone on here now. I have my wireless Anchor one that I use. So I can just drop it on there. And I usually don't wear my watch at night, so I'll just drop it on the charger upstairs. It's not something that I worry about too much. And I can look at the phone while it's charging. And if I need to charge my watch, I guess I can. I can do it right here, but this thing lasts almost 3 days. So, oh, doggy since I'm sitting here talking to Phoebe, and I didn't read that she was rolling, but I'll stick around here for a little bit longer. It's funny. I talk to Fire every day, and we talk about how Amazon. Now we know who let the dogs out, and we talk about Amazon affiliate stuff. And the channel's been doing really well, and I can't thank people enough for shopping through my links and everything, and picking up the stuff that I recommend and buying other things on Amazon. But I think yesterday no one was on the internet, because when I went in to look at my analytics for Amazon yesterday, literally I think I sold one thing. And I just don't think people were shopping yesterday. Hopefully today is different. Hopefully today we get lots of shopping on there. My link for Amazon is down in the description. That you can just click on it and then just go shopping. That will help support the channel and whatnot, and everything that you buy. If you want to save that link in your browser every time you go, anything that you buy on Amazon, I'll get a referral bonus for, which will help the channel, because it goes right back into the channel, paying people like Chance to do my thumbnails and my editors, who I just did my first payment, my first monthly payment. And while I don't think I got enough videos to them for the month, it was still nice enough to have someone else editing my videos for once. So, but no, that's cool. So, Phoebe, while you were out, I kind of finished up asking like what you thought about the iPads, and what about what iPad you think you wanted to use, if the 10th gen is something that you think would work for you. So let me know. And of course, if you have any other questions, definitely jump in the Discord, on Michael's Discord, and I can certainly help you out, and we can talk about that. So, Chance, what did you end up buying? You said you were buying a fancy computer, but I don't know what computer you were buying. I'll jump into my earnings and see if I see that referral on there. Maybe we didn't do it right. Return it and do it again. No, I'm just kidding. Let me see if it popped up here. It might not. Sometimes they don't show. It should show. But they don't give credit until after it ships for a while. So no, it does not cost anything to use the links. You're absolutely right. And it's so funny. I should be sending that to all my family, my link, and be like, if you're shopping this year, I always forget. If you're shopping for Amazon this year, click on my link and use it. Oh, nice. Some gaming rigs for your kids. Sweet. Oh, yeah, let's see what we got here yesterday. I didn't look. Yesterday. Let's see here. Whoa! There they are. Holy cow! Thank you, Chance. That did show up on there. That's gonna be sweet, sweet. And I won't get paid for those until they ship, so that'll be a while for before I see that. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I don't know, man. We've been on for an hour now. I feel like I want to call it quits, but this is just so much fun. I really, I really like doing this, and but I don't want to wear out my welcome. We had 14 thumbs up in here, so that I hopefully that translates to how many people jumped in here. It says 5 concurrent viewers, so I don't know. I don't know. Here, oh, we got 9. We got 9. There we go. I'll take it. 9 for the first live stream ever on this channel. So, oh, they'll ship by the 28th. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to wrap up. Unless anybody has any other questions, so if I want to buy on Amazon, I can use your link even if the items I want to buy are not listed in your store. Well, yeah, when it comes to the links, Phoebe, there's a link in the description that I have that is here. That's just a regular shopping link. So if you were to go on there and do that, that's the link for Amazon, just Amazon, and I have it as my affiliate shopping link. So that literally will be anything that you go on there. But if you go on to any of my links in any of my videos or anybody's videos, and you go and click on that item, and you go, I don't want to buy that, I found something else that I like better, and you click on a different item on that page, that'll go to that person. That'll still go to the referral on there. But if you save that link, and I think Michael probably deserves it more than I do, so for Amazon buys, I know if you go on either his or mine, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. But if you go on that link, and I think Michael has his on his stuff too, anything you buy, and I think it's so weird. Like if you open it up and you leave the window open and go to do something, the link is good for, I don't know, like 24 hours or something. If you put something in your cart, I think it's good for 30 days or 60 days. I can't quite remember. So they do give it some time for the referral. But I mean, anything that anybody does is greatly appreciated. I'm not looking for everyone to have to remember to do that every time they go shopping. That's a pain in the butt. You're doing your thing, and it's all good. But thank you. I appreciate that, Phoebe. Very, very cool. But I'm streaming because of Michael. Because it was ultimately his idea like a year ago. He's like, you got to start live streaming. You got to start doing stuff. So, come up with my own merch and whatnot, and go through some different things. But let's go back to the mainstream here. And man, I tell you, I couldn't be more impressed with Prism. Oh, Phoebe, that's freaking awesome. Yeah, Phoebe, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about the fact that I'm using Prism to live stream here today. And I set everything up myself, and just kind of did like a basic screen with the Amazon links that are listed right below there. And then I added the Black Friday thing, and then I did the people that are in the stream, and then of course the chat as part of that. But man, I gotta tell you, Prism Studio is epic, absolutely epic. I couldn't be more impressed with how easy this has been to use and to set up. I am super impressed with the performance. And Phoebe, congrats, over 9,000 subs. 10,000, man. Once you hit 10,000, yeah, the funny thing we talk about is the hardest thing to get is 100 subs. That is, or is it 100 or 1,000? We always talk about it. And I think it might even be 100. I think getting 100 subs is probably the hardest thing to do, to get. And then when you get 1,000, that's the second hardest thing. 10,000 is the third hard. It does get easier as you move up, because it just seems like the rolling doesn't stop once it starts getting I did not plug into OBS. No, I did not. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and I'll do a new scene here. And let me do Mac capture. This is on Mac, by the way. We're doing this on Mac. And let me go ahead and do a screen capture of display capture. Yeah, we'll do it on my 5K Mac. Window capture. And then let's do Prism Live. Nope, that's the logo. Do they have Prism Live Studio? There you go. Here. Boom. Let's switch on over to... I just realized that I did not do a scene with me in it, so it was completely silent. So, oops. Why don't I do this? Why don't I go ahead and let's add me here real quick. Oh, this is like Michael on the fly. I have to realize how to do this real quick. Do a video capture of me, and there we go. We'll do that first. We got that in there. Let's go ahead and drop that in, and then I'll do an audio capture. Got to do the audio capture so you can see me when we switch over here. And hold on. Let's get rid of that. I had an ad come up as I was talking. Yes, let's delete that. Let's see here. Audio input. I did output by accident. And then we'll go to my Rodecaster stereo. And I think that's it. And if we switch over to that, you should be able to hear me. Yes, you can still hear me. You can still hear me. There's no music. But there's the screen, but it's so weird. It's not capturing everything. That doesn't make any sense. But there's the proof that I'm using Prism Live Studio to use my thing. I can honestly say that I am definitely not Michael Fire when it comes to using a tutorial screen. So yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm using. And it couldn't have been easier to see, to set up. And I was super impressed with it. You know, you just got to make sure that you add all of your stuff in there. And it's got such really cool features to it. And it's free. It's free. You can't go wrong with free. So, anywho. All right. I'm gonna call it a day here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. This was awesome. A good time to get started, and I think I'm gonna do another live stream in another couple weeks. I'll probably do it on a Thursday. I had lots of people that I had questioned, and they're talking about Thursday was the most popular, and they were talking about doing it at 10 a.m. Was the higher. I don't know if I want to go on at 10 a.m. I feel like most people will be at work. I mean, I could try. I don't know how busy everyone is. But, you know, I could certainly try different times to see what's more user-friendly for people. So, we'll see. We'll see. But, I don't know. I am super impressed with everything that Prism's able to do with this. I mean, it's just freaking awesome as far as everything that it's able to do. And for free, I really honestly don't think you can go wrong with free. And jumping back into the game of live streaming. It's just so awesome. Absolutely awesome. So I think I'm gonna run out here. I think this was a good start. Super impressed with the way everything has been working. I definitely can't complain with how this reacted. So yeah, right out of the box, Yeah, I'm super impressed with how well this worked out. So can't complain. I absolutely loved it. So you guys take it easy, and I guess I'll be seeing you later. Peace out.